These were my dark predictions from May 2026, and now that May is over, we can go through and see which ones were correct predictions from part 1. Starting with the first one, extreme hail causes billions in damage. No one wanted this to happen, but unfortunately, look what happened. I'll just pop some stuff on the screen here, and I'll also just quickly show you this. It was so many places that actually it's hard to cover. So many parts of the world, major damage. So first one correct. Next one, new international charges against DT and BN. Unfortunately, or whatever, that didn't happen. But there were some things that happened. So I'm still going to count it incorrect, but this did happen because they froze that 1.8 billion legal fund he had and opened something about fraud and collusion. Can't predict what's going to happen there. But anyways, unfortunately that was wrong. That's fine. Record-breaking floods in several countries, unfortunately, and again, no one wanted this to happen, but it happened in many places actually. So speaking of South Africa again with record-breaking floods. There you are. Feel free to pause, read, snapshot, whatever you want to do. We also had record-breaking floods in China, in a couple places in China, more places in China and Afghanistan. Not to mention North Carolina and more China. And this one particularly in North Carolina, nearly 100-year-old daily rainfall record broken May 25th. Oh, and Mississippi. So there was a flash flood emergency, near record 19.9 feet. And Virginia. If you experience any of these, let us know in the comments so we know a little bit more about these. Oh, and don't forget Tennessee and the Yucatan in Mexico. Again, pause to read, screenshot, whatever you want to do. But that was correct. So several record-breaking floods in several countries. Correct. Next, earthquake levels many homes in the east. Did that happen? And like always, we don't want this shit to happen, but there was a even moderate size earthquake out in China, and we had 13 buildings collapse. This was in May 2026. So sadly, yes, basically that happened. And if you saw June's predictions, you'll see that I do predict that there's an even bigger one coming this month for June. But go check out that video if you want, or I'll put it in the description. But moving on to see what else we got correct. This one was interesting. I didn't personally experience it, but when I checked the record, it did say that there was some big downtime. Apparently May 19th and May 28th, TikTok and Instagram had a big downage, 2 to 3 hours and 1.5 to 2 hours. It'd be very interesting to see what happened on that event. I had yet to research that, but what actually happened during that time frame would be interesting to see if that was further correct, because I did say at an interesting, convenient time. I don't know. But either way, we had some downtime, which is quite unusual. So that was correct as well. And leaked info shows lies about the war. I hope I'll even have to show you this, but yes, of course this happened. And I don't really want to get too much into it because you know what will happen to my channel. And I'll be marked and whatever, but do your own research. This definitely happened. I'm going to mark that so we don't waste your time and my time and put my channel at risk. And we'll go to the next one, which, guys, I promise you, I literally saw this happen and I bookmarked the video and I went through like 5 times looking for that video and I can't find it. So I'm going to mark this one as wrong unless you can help me find that. But something else related to this while I was looking for it did happen, which is actually very cool, so I thought I would share it with you guys. So the world's first large plant model, if you know about AI and large language models, they basically made like a plant AI. So in May 2026, they just started using this large plant model, which basically helps identify 150 million labeled plants. It's like a chat GPT for fields, allowing farmers to instantly know the differences between specific cash crops, invasive weeds, down to the millimeter, right? Completely shifting how farmers manage crop health, which is really cool, because if you use this correctly, you could potentially stop using pesticides and chemicals, because, right? So for part one, it's looking like 5 out of 7 correct, unless someone else helps me find that, and unless this, whatever. But sometimes they happen early, sometimes they happen late, sometimes they don't happen at all. That's just the nature of what I'm doing. It's remote viewing. I'm getting better at it, clearly, and you need to see part two. Part two is more stunning than this one. If you remember those loud booms, the sonic boom, the shockwave stuff, we talked about that. And I even pinpointed large sounds and lights in the sky, whatever. We're going to talk about that in part two. So if this video gets 500 likes, I'm going to put out part two. So if you want that to happen, make this happen as quickly as possible, and maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Other than that, if you want to message me, that is my email, offgridsecrets@gmail.com. If you want personal predictions or you want to learn how I remote view, have a nice day.